Our motoring tip of the week concerns the Toyota Corolla. Now, Brad's just previewed the Generation 12 brand new 2020 Corolla. Apparently over 45 million Corollas have been sold worldwide over the years. And you know, when I got out of high school, started doing my mechanics apprenticeship, Corollas were one of the first cars, those and Civics. I was working on a lot of those cars. And the Corolla, you know, it just does everything well. It's a small car overall, but it's roomy inside. So you get in the back seat of a Corolla, even if you're over 6 feet, you've got some decent leg room, you've got headroom, it's easy to get in and out. It's a manageable car, easy to park, easy to maneuver. They stand up really well. This particular one is an '05, so it's 14 model years old, and you've really got to go looking on the body on this to find a wee bit of rust. And according to the owner, Richard, he said this car had a pretty rough life with his dad in Montreal the first few years. It's got a lot of bumps and bruises and bangs, but it soldiers on, and that's another one of the great things with Corollas. It's the KISS theory, keep it simple, stupid, right? Doesn't do anything fancy, just does everything well. Easy to work on, inexpensive to run, good on fuel. Look at the room in the engine bay to work on the engine. Everything you want to service on this car is dead simple and accessible. It couldn't be any easier from a mechanic standpoint. Very little goes wrong with Corollas. You can speak to Corolla owners and they'll tell you they're cockroach tough, I'll tell you. And some of them go 6, 7, 800,000 kilometers without any problem. Now, this one, as I said, 14 model years old, you really got to go looking to find a tiny little bit of rust here. And this car had no extracurricular rust proofing applied to it. It's just the way it came from Toyota. They're built in Canada, in southern Ontario. They're comfortable, roomy, good on fuel, inexpensive to operate, insurance is cheap, lots to like. If you're sending your kid off to university, you need an inexpensive car that's simple. You can't do much better than one of these, and I actually advise my customers to target these cars for that very application. Every September I get those calls, off to university, we need an inexpensive car for our kid. Here it is. One thing I want to spank Toyota on though is the odometer. Corolla odometers, the 03 to 08 models certainly, they stall at 299.9. So when you get knocking on the door of 300,000 K, the odometer stops, and they would never do anything about that. It's a designed-in defect as far as I'm concerned. They should have done something, but Corollas, in spite of that, will go 5, 6, 7, 800,000 kilometers. There's probably viewers that are going to email us and tell us they've gone past 1 million. These things are tougher than a cockroach. That's your motoring tip of the week.